Hello students, so in this video I will burn a matchstick in two different ways. The very common way to light a matchstick is to rub this matchstick on the side of the matchbox in this fashion. So we rub it 2-3 times and the matchstick starts burning, as you can see here. So with this burning matchstick I will light a candle, and here I have a candle in my hand. So now the candle, yeah, it's on. Okay, now with this candle I will light another matchstick, but see the mechanism. So I'll put this matchstick on the top of the flame, and you see the matchstick starts lighting. Immediately within few seconds the matchstick catches fire. I did not bring this matchstick with the direct contact with the flame, but as you just saw that there is a distance between the flame and the candle. So in today's video, I will discuss the two different mechanisms and the law of thermodynamics which is behind this simple phenomena. Internal energy, as we know, it is the energy of the atoms, molecules, particles of an substance. So let's consider the components of the matchstick, like the chemicals which are deposited on the top of the matchstick, which burns during the combustion. So any substance have are made up of atoms, molecules, particles. We all know from the atomic theory, and these atoms, molecules, particles, they are in continuous random motion. Like the molecules of the gas, they are moving in random directions with very high speed. The random motion is there in liquid and as well as in solid as well, but the randomness in gas is maximum. We know this from the kinetic theory. So the molecules of the gas, sometimes they can also rotate about their axis. Sometimes the molecules are not very rigid and they can stretch about their equilibrium positions. So, and the other molecules also exert forces on some of the molecules. So in this way, we can see that if we consider all the molecules in the gas, so those molecules have translational kinetic energy, those molecules have vibrational kinetic energy, potential energies associated with the forces of attraction, as well as rotational kinetic energy, vibrational kinetic energy. All those kinds of energies are associated with the molecules. So if we add all the energies of the molecules, all the energies due to the different kind of molecular motion, translational or vibrational or rotational or potential energies, then the sum total of all the energies of those molecules is called internal energy. So internal energy is the sum of kinetic energy, which includes translational kinetic energy, rotational kinetic energy, vibrational energy, and potential energy of all the particles, or let's say atoms, molecules of a system. Okay, so this is called internal. This internal energy, it depends on one single factor, that is temperature. Internal energy is a function of temperature. And how we can increase the internal energy of a system? What are the different ways to increase the internal energy of the system? So as per the first law of thermodynamics, there are two ways by which we can increase the internal energy of the system. The first is doing mechanical work on the system. Doing mechanical work on the system. What do we mean by mechanical work? Mechanical work, we simply know force times displacement in the direction of force. That is the mechanical work. So when I hold the matchstick in my hand, and when I when I am holding a matchstick in my hand, and when I rub this matchstick on the surface of the matchbox, then I applied some force, and because of the force, the matchstick displaces, and because of friction, there is a increase in the thermal energy or increase in the internal energy of the matchbox. So we are doing some work, the friction is doing some work on this matchstick, and because of the work done on the system, the internal energy of the matchstick increases, and it increases up to certain levels such that the temperature of the chemical of the matchstick, it reaches the combustion point, and immediately it catches fire, and the ignition starts and the chemical reaction occur. Like this is the case. Okay, so here when we are rubbing the matchstick on the matchbox, we are just increasing the internal energy of the chemicals on the top of the matchstick. Okay, and when the temperature of the chemicals reaches a certain threshold value, it catches fire. Now the other mechanism, the another way to increase the internal energy of the system is to supply heat to the system. So when we supply heat to the system, again the internal energy of the system will rise. Okay, so the second method of burning of matchstick with the help of candle, like once again I am lighting the candle. Here is my candle. I light this candle. Okay, and now I am again lighting a matchstick. So now when I put this matchstick on the top of the candle, then this flame of the candle is at high temperature. The surface and the chemicals of the matchstick, they are at low temperature. So naturally there is a flow of energy from the flame to the surroundings, and from the surroundings to the chemical of the matchstick. So because of this transfer of energy due to the temperature difference, which we call heat, so basically the heat is flowing from the flame to the chemical in the matchstick, and because of the increase in the internal energy of the chemicals, the matchstick will catch fire, like you see here. Yeah, so there's a transfer of heat from flame to the matchstick, which is responsible for this starting of the chemical reaction and the burning of the stick. Fine. So as you see, just see that there are two ways to increase the internal energy of a system. The first is doing mechanical work on the system. The second is supply heat to the system. So as I explained, and there are many other examples in which in which we increase the internal energy of the system by both the ways. Suppose on a cold winter day, I am rubbing my hand like this, and at the same time there is a heater in front of me, and I put my hand, I am rubbing my hand, and at the same time I put it on the top of the heater, rubbing my hand and putting on the top of the heater. So by rubbing, I am doing mechanical work which increases the internal energy of the skin molecules. But when I put it on the top of the heater, then the heat from the heater reaches the my hands, and it makes us feel warm.